In this video, we're checking out the Inceptor from Father IO. It's laser tag in augmented reality. So, in April 2016, the Indiegogo funding campaign for this Father IO Inceptor was fully funded, and nearly 2 years later it's finally here on our doorstep. So Ed, who you'd be familiar with if you've seen some of the other videos on the channel, he's the one that came across this and made me aware, and we backed it nearly 2 years ago now. And like a lot of these campaigns, you're never quite sure if they're going to turn up, but here it is. Granted, you could have bought it in the shops before Christmas if you hadn't been a backer, because that's how these things tend to work. I'll put a link in the description. You can pick one of these up at Amazon now, £30 for one and £50 for a 2-pack. The way this works, so basically this is augmented reality on your smartphone. So it works with Android and Apple iOS devices, supports gameplay of up to 16 people, should have a rough range of understanding where people are within 200 meters. But saying that, it does, it's supposed to have around a 50-meter range in terms of when you're shooting someone and the hit's being recognized. In our brief testing, it was nowhere near that. I think we had, I think it must have been 10-15 meters at maximum, and it was kind of a bit choppy as to whether things are working or not, but we'll cover a bit of that a bit later. So we'll unbox it, show you some of the footage and kind of share initial thoughts on it. So as mentioned before, this is basically augmented reality laser tag. It uses the camera on your phone and obviously then overlays the augmented reality onto that. It's the Inceptor. What that does is performing the IR laser tag components, so obviously shooting lasers out and receiving them. So it doesn't come with any kind of carry case or carry pouch, no USB cables either. So there are a couple of things that were kind of hinted that backers might have got, but it didn't happen. And there's also potential that if this kind of gets picked up over time, there's lots of things that can happen. You can have a commander view, and it kind of links in with Google Maps a little bit to kind of see what's happening and how things are going, but it's still kind of in the beta stage. So the boxing in general is pretty good, kind of plain, but does what you need it to do. A little bog standard cardboard box here. Obviously this is the backers edition, so like I said, even though you can already buy it, it says welcome to the backers early access, which isn't quite true, but there you go. You can scan the QR code. Obviously it helps you download the app. You create yourself a free account. I think if you can use your Facebook account if you want to, or just create an independent account. This little section at the bottom, you get a little quick start guide, talks you through a little bit about how to get set up and how to attach the Inceptor to your phone. So we're going to cover that. A full charge of the Inceptor should give you around, I think it's 3 hours of gameplay, and it should sit in standby for around 5 hours. It's in the bag. Basically you have two components. One is the mounting bracket that stretches to connect to your smartphone. So we've tested this. I've got an iPhone 6 Plus. It just about fits on it. It's quite a snug fit, but works pretty well. So some of the Samsung phones have a similar width. We also tested on a 7 and a 5S. I will mention that I think it's a problem with my phone. It works better on the 5S than it did on my 6 Plus. It was really kind of laggy, so I think it's more a phone problem. Perhaps it's just part of the Apple battery issue. And the other thing we get is the Inceptor itself. So I'm actually quite impressed with the construction of it. It's a good, nice, solid plastic enclosure. It feels like it's relatively robust. So let's just move this over here slightly. So what you do, if you look at this bracket, it clearly says top to indicate this is the top end that must go on your phone, and this basically slides in to the bracket like so, clicks in nicely. You just then obviously pull this down and attach it to your phone like so. You want to try and get it in the middle, obviously making sure you're not covering the camera of your device. Then once you switch this on, it will boot up. Now when you're loading this, it's important that you have this vertically, and then you switch to horizontal when it tells you to. This is so that all the menus look right and everything. It takes a little while for the Inceptor to be detected. Then every time you're doing it, it asks you to pair. It's using Bluetooth, so you have to make sure you have Bluetooth on. You simply press pair, and then you'll see it lights up to indicate that there's been pairing. And in the top right hand side of the screen there, you can see the Inceptor's been connected and also its battery status. I've got this turned down right now, but as you hear, there's some annoying music. And you also hear when I do some of the video overlays, we'll leave the volume in there. There's some annoying grunting noises when you've been injured. So there's a couple of things that you can do. There's a headshot game and there's a quick match game, both very similar. When you select one of those, automatically then it tells you to rotate your phone. You do that, and then the game screen starts to come up. In the headshot mode, you're trying to basically get as many headshots as you can. It's a bit like a shooting range, I guess. So that's kind of good fun. You have a limited amount of ammo, so it kind of gets you in good practice to try things. One of the issues that I found is that when you're in the game, there's no way to get out. So you can't, like on a traditional computer game, you can't kind of quit because you need to go do something else. You just have to, exit the app, like a hard exit. So maybe that's something that will get improved in the future. The quick match stuff works really well, so you can obviously create your own battle, or someone else in close proximity to you can create it. You have to have some form of internet connectivity, either 3G, 4G or Wi-Fi access for this to work. I think this is how it is obviously communicating between devices or something. So obviously you create the battle yourself, or someone else does it, you then get the invitation. Once you're in the game, there's basically two kind of location options. There's the indoor option and the outdoor option, which they claim, or they state very clearly, is a beta. In our testing, there seems to be no real difference right now in terms of what that means, if it's outdoor or indoor. We did have some issues sometimes with the screen recordings working. I often had it say it was working, but it would never give me the option to save them. On Ed's, it did work for no different reason. We're both using the same operating system, so it's not an issue there that it works with Apple, not Android, or vice versa. So once you choose what game mode you're playing, you then choose if you're having individual deathmatch or team deathmatch. And you also have the option to have respawns or elimination. So if you die, you will respawn, or you can have it so when you die, you're out. So obviously depending on how many players you have. If you've got like 16 players, perhaps you're doing elimination. If it's a smaller group, you may just want to go to respawn. So whatever game you end up choosing, you then have the option to choose your team. So you're either a human or you're an evolved, like looks like a kind of alien kind of race. And right now there's 4 different classes to choose from. There's an assault class, a sniper, a medic, and an engineer. And you have basically a different type of main weapon, so a sniper rifle, or a rifle SMG or whatever it may be, as well as then you have a pistol. And you also have like a special skill depending on what class you are. So like a medic has the ability to heal people, other ones can plant an EMP, that sort of thing. I've noticed some bugs in that right now. But the one thing that really is amazing, and they've done a fantastic job on, is that Augmented AR overlay. The overlay works really well. It works really crisply. I like the fact that when you're doing reloads, etc., that is really smooth and it's done excellently. I like when you're changing guns, how they kind of will flip the gun in their hand or something. It works really well. They also have a radar option. That seems to be offline in certain modes. So I think in indoor mode it's offline, in outdoor mode it's on. Never really seemed to see this do anything. So it would be polling like it was doing some sort of radar, but never saw any indicator on it. So again, perhaps that's something that's going to change. The games tend to last about 5 minutes. You have a limited amount of shield, and obviously you start off with 100% health. Some of those things can be boosted. Some of those things are going to be impacted, obviously, when you die. There's buttons to change your weapon, so from your main weapon to the pistol, and you also basically to fire is just a big button. So the thing to notice there is if you press and hold, it will continually fire. The first time you hit a button, it pulls the weapon out into an aimed position, and then after about 5 seconds it goes back into kind of like a side grip position, so you go from side to centre before you can shoot. As I mentioned, in the top left hand corner there is also an option to record. Basically asks you, do you want give you permission to be able to do recording or not, and then at the end of the game it basically tells you that it wants to save the file, and you can do that to your device. So it seems to work pretty well. It's quite, like I said, it's quite impressive. The graphics are really impressive. The range is pretty decent. I don't think it is the 50 meters that they claim, but then you've got environmental considerations to take in, like similar with the real laser tag guns. They work a bit better in the dark than they do in the light in terms of range, etc. But it seems to work pretty well. I'm impressed with what they've been able to do in terms of making it work, and I really do hope that that this will take off and that more people will be interested in playing it. And perhaps when you're going to a city or a town, there will be people perhaps playing this game, and you may get alerted to say, hey, there's 10 people in the area that are in the middle of a game, do you want to go and join us? And that'd be quite cool to kind of randomly walk up and start blasting someone in augmented reality. And one of the things that I noticed about it that I think particularly with my phone, because like I said I was having some issues, is I was getting shot and when I was trying to fire, the latency of the device was so big, and also you're not really looking at what's happening around you, you're looking at what's happening around you through the screen, so you can see what's happening in augmented reality, so you can target and do shooting. And often there'd be no one there on my screen, but there was someone there. Really, again, it was just the video was taking time to catch up, and then I was getting shot. So these are things you have to keep in mind. But like I said, it seems to work pretty well on the Apple iPhone 5S that I have. Not working well on this 6 Plus. It's a bit laggy, even though there's no other applications running at the same time. When you disconnect this device, I'm not quite sure if there's how the polling basically works to put this into standby mode, but it is putting itself into standby mode. And like I said, the only connection on there is this little micro USB at the back here. The lights change colour based on your health, so when you're shooting and getting hit, they're changing, yellow and red and green and blue and all sorts of different things. And obviously when it's charging, when it's ready and fully charged, this goes from I think the red or yellow colour to green. So that's it. This is the Interceptor for Father IO. I don't know how many of you will be buying these or interested in trying it out. I think it's a good fun, for £50. Definitely perhaps something worth picking up, have a laugh with your mates if you grab a couple of them. Really be interested to know if you get one, what you think about it. Where are you located? Are you finding other people in your area that are using them? Back when this was still in development, there was beta access to the initial application, and that was quite interesting because there you already had the kind of commander overview, and it would link in with Google Maps, and you could it would somehow kind of auto detect potential resources in your area, and then you could send like a fake drone out to start doing aerial reconnaissance or mining or setting up solar stations and different things to start basically gathering the ability to create ammunition and create credits and things like this that you kind of assumed that was going to enable you to do things in the game. But over time, it must be nearly a year ago now, the application stopped working, these things started to die, and we thought this product was never ever going to come to be, and now it is here. None of that stuff really seems to be back, so there is some map overlay mode that didn't really seem to do anything. Again, trouble getting out of that, but when you look at the kind of trailer on their website, still some of that is still included, so perhaps this is still what they're planning to do. There is a forum where you can ask questions and see what people are suggesting and issues that people are running into. So I hope that they do something more with it. My understanding is that they've been bought out by another company, so perhaps there's now some more funding available. So if people buy these, then they're going to have some money hopefully to do future development. But right now, thankfully, there's no subscription. You buy the product, plug it into your smart device or your smartphone, and away you go. So that's it. Father IO Interceptor. It's laser tag in augmented reality. It's pretty good, really.
Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter? And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.